So I'm kind of worried that Call of Duty is going to repeat their own history. Modern Warfare 4 is coming up with this year, and I'm thinking that it might repeat Call of Duty's own history. And I'm kind of scared, but also kind of excited. And as well as I'm going to be talking about some updates to my channel, and I would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below about Modern Warfare 4. But anyways, let's get into playing some multiplayer, and let's talk about Modern Warfare 4. What do we got? Throwback mouse, but I'm gonna play hardcore. Normally, I play hardcore. Me, my girlfriend, and her brother, they like playing hardcore. And I'm normally a core person, but I'm so I'm so used to hardcore that I feel like I now can't switch off of hardcore. So basically, we're playing hardcore for the next little bit. I have officially hit Prestige Master. I am Prestige Master level 57 now, which is insane because I never thought I would get through 10 Prestiges. But if this is copyright, this would not be as funny. But anyways, I want to talk Modern Warfare 4. Hopefully this is not a Nuketown 24/7 because I don't want to be stuck watching, you guys don't want to get stuck watching Nuketown all the time. And right now I'm grinding up these swordfish because, dude, this thing is busted. I recorded another video on top of this video, basically like a back-to-back recording session. Dude, I'm having so much fun recording videos again, and it's all because I'm switching up like the style of videos I'm making. And I basically am getting sick of making video essays, so I just decided that for right now we're not doing those anymore. What the fuck are you doing? Like, video essays, they're fun to make. They are so fun to make, and I get my points out there. I get what I need to say out. But dude, the amount of time they take to make and the fact that some of them would underperform, it's so not worth it to me to keep making those. And plus, my Modern Warfare 19 one is the best performing one since May of last year, so that's not really a great sign to keep making those, even though like the only way to get views on Call of Duty right now is to be negative towards them. But I hate being negative towards Call of Duty. Not in like that they don't deserve the negativity, because they absolutely do. Call of Duty does stupid shit all the time. They deserve the negativity that they get. It's just when you actually like are enjoying the multiplayer and you're having fun playing COD, and then you have to go sit down and record and script out a video that is you shit talking it. It's like frustrating. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's annoying to have to. I'm sick of making them. It's been a year. Yeah, of course people have followed me for my video essays, but I did have an audience that did show up for the commentary stuff, which is, I appreciate those more. Like, I was checking out my old videos, and the engagement I got on a 950 view video of a commentary video got more engagement than my like video essays. My biggest video essay that got over 2,000 views had less engagement than my video that had just under 1,000 views, and it was a commentary video talking about a warzone map that came out. Like, and there's so much more fun to create because, I can do stupid edits if I want. I don't have to, please an algorithm. Like, they're just me yapping, and I miss doing that because I already don't like bending to an algorithm, so why should I make my content bend to an algorithm? That's just not fun. So, it's not like I'm still not going to cover those topics. I'm going to cover those topics. It's just, I'm not going to, script it out. It's just going to be me off the cuss yapping about said topic. Dude, 5 shots. 5 shots downrange, and I could not get the kill. Okay, I need to prove that I'm good at this game. So we're going to swap to the Dravec and be boring. Oh, if I could have done that. Basically, for now, no more video essays. Back to the commentary stuff. More content coming out more frequently. Still shorts almost daily. Just a lot less video essays, a lot less negativity. Modern Warfare 4 is this year's Call of Duty. We know that. We've been knowing that. And we know that it might be more than likely the end of the Modern Warfare, like, rebooted series. So, if it's the finale, it's gonna be like, the last hurrah. They're gonna throw everything at it. And so and not to mention that with Modern Warfare 4, they're more than likely not even calling it MW4. So it sounds like they're trying to do like a mini reset if they can. And
They're taking C.
so if they're not even calling it MW4, we're getting a new engine. It's like a soft like reset for the COD franchise, and we know that we desperately need that reset because the sentiment towards Call of Duty is at the lowest it's ever been. People don't enjoy the game. It's probably at the lowest since it's been since Infinite Warfare or Black Ops 4. So with all those factors, Call of Duty needs a win desperately. And what are they going to do? They're going to use their biggest sub-franchise, Modern Warfare 4, to bring all the hype back. And why do I think this? Because when I was making those video essays, I noticed a pattern. A very distinct pattern. For the last 3 or 4 Call of Duties, we've had either bad Call of Duties or games that did not move the needle whatsoever. Games that didn't move the needle, I'm talking MW3 and Black Ops 7. And then games that were duds or bad, I consider MW2 bad because of the bad post-launch, and BO6 as well for the bad post-launch. So, like, if you're making a live service game and you have terrible post-launch content, you have terrible post-launch support, I think you're a bad game. Guy this side, I know that. Yep. There we go. How good am I doing? 46 and 30. That's pretty bad. And so we had that. But also there was a very similar situation about 10 years ago. Infinite Warfare was bad by many people. World War II was bad to start. Had a mid-game refresh that made the game good, but since it had a bad start, it didn't really move the needle anymore. BO4, for not having a campaign and for being just kind of a mixed bag. People said it was, you know, a mixed one, so it didn't really move the needle. So with having a bad game and 2 games back-to-back that didn't move the needle, Call of Duty needed a game that could, you know, redefine Call of Duty and that could set a new tone and could actually move the fucking needle for Call of Duty. So what game was that? That was MW19. Whether you like it or not, Call of Duty set a brand new tone with MW19. Like, the reveal trailer was insane. It set the tone, it set the identity this game was going for. I'm sorry, that was insane. You know, with all that tone shifting, you know, we were in for a good year because whether you like it or not, Modern Warfare 19 with its skins and its post-launch was actually really solid because it was the first time we saw like that seasonal drop system with the battle passes. The battle passes were actually good. Like, there was stuff there. There was substance there. And damn, what a way to end my 11 kill streak. Like, overall, like, you couldn't call the game out for not having an identity or being soulless. Like, the campaign was solid, and they kept that story going in the post-launch. So you could personally connect to the game with the campaign because you could see the story continuing. You could then have, like, memorable weapons. Yeah, I know that some of those weapons are, like, classic weapons. But, dude, I remember most of those guns from MW19. And I think Call of Duty just desperately needs another game like that. And Modern Warfare 4 is following that pattern. Like, it's basically being like that reset game. We're getting a new engine. And Modern Warfare 2, I'll give it some credit. For the beginning first few seasons, it stuck to its identity. And then, of course, we got Nicki Minaj and we got, like, 21 Savage and we got some crazy skins because people were asking for it. Like, they didn't want their grounded, gritty skins again, which I thought was weird because then eventually with BO6 and MW3, we called the game out for not having an identity and being soulless. So it's like, it's kind of like a, what do you want? Dude, you know how nice it is to have a gun that can wall bang? I'm at 90 kills, dude. I stepped it the fuck up. So, like, we have the game that if it sticks to an identity, which is people are asking for, we're off to a good start with that. And then it's probably going to slow down the game, right? People have been asking for that. People want Omni movement gone. Like, people debated on Twitter that, like, should we get rid of Omni movement? And it was like a pretty good majority said yes. I think we should keep some of the parts from Omni movement, like this, for example. Being able to 360-degree prone, that's something we should keep. Yeah, we could get rid of Omni movement and wall bouncing and all that stuff, but just keep... don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but BO7 is the game I've been accused of hacking the most. Because I know spawns, like, especially on remastered maps, I know the spawns. So, like, I'm able to, like, pre-fire certain things, or, like, I know people where they are. Because I'm Prestige Master 58. Like, I know the game, I know the maps, I know where people are gonna be. So, like, I'm preemptively guessing where people are, so I'm gonna get accused of cheating, which is always fun. So, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by, like, the game ending. Like, Modern Warfare 4, like, if they learn their lessons from MW19 and MW2, make better map design, don't cater the maps towards campers, and maybe, like, have a lot more original maps at play. Like, I'm sorry, but playing remastered maps over and over and over again, it sucks, like, the fun out of those maps, because it's like, when they create new maps, those maps suck, so then we end up having to get, like, an abundance amount of remastered ones, so we can get, like, actual good maps again. It's like, where's the fun in that? Like, I feel like if we're just playing on remastered maps over and over and over and over again, you might as well just fucking remaster an old title. And I made a video why saying we shouldn't do that. So, if we get better map design, we get, you know, like, less, like, muzzle flash and crazy recoil on guns, we would be in a lot better of a spot. So like, I want the gameplay to be really solid. Like, if you have, like, MW19 mixed with, like, MW3 with less muzzle flash and crazy recoil patterns, just where I can see where I'm shooting and we have good visibility. Like, I know it's going back to MW19, I have better visibility on there than I do modern, like, BO7 and BO6. Like, I could see what I was shooting at. And, like, all my settings are the same. It's not like I'm, you know, crazily changing my settings. No, I'm fucking using, like, the same settings. Dude, 4 and 9 right now. I am 4 and 9. Oh my god, throw me in the Hall of Fame. Tell him! Dude, what was that? What was that? And I can't aim at a guy now, but what was that? That was a hell of a fucking play, dude. So, like, if we have good gunplay, we have guns feeling good like MW19, we have graphics like MW19. Another good thing from MW19 was the fact that we had, like, milsim characters that, like, that would change. Like, there was so many, like, different default operators that looked sick. Like, and then there was, like, unlockable, like, outfits for these guys. Like, there was so much grindiness and so many challenges to do for these characters. So, like, even, like, default characters that weren't really in the story, you could unlock cool outfits for and stuff. Like, I need, like, challenges that mean something, that give us cool outfits that fit into the aesthetic of the game. I want, like, MW3 style gameplay. Maybe make it a little bit slower for people who prefer slower movement. Like, have good map design. Let's do less remasters. We're in for, like, a great year. And honestly, it looks like it could be repeating history. Like, it's got basically the potential setup of... It's got the same setup as MW19. Like, if we get a crazy good reveal trailer that sets the tone and establishes the identity, we are in for a hell of a year. I know we're asking a lot from Infinity Ward because people have been, like, basically... A lot of people are on, like, the Infinity Ward hate train as of right now. And I think they're completely fair, too, as well. Because Modern Warfare has done a lot of bad decisions. You know, they were the ones who really implemented skill-based matchmaking. They were the ones that really... If they can just learn their... If we can get, like, a new Infinity Ward, basically. So if Infinity Ward were able to understand, like, if Call of Duty were like, okay, BO7, we earned a little bit better of a community sentiment with some of our decision-making. If we can just do the same thing with Modern Warfare, you know, with our most popular sub-franchise. We take our most popular sub-franchise, BO7 earns our community sentiment back a little bit. We could be in for a good year. I really think so. They basically scream at Infinity Ward, like, listen to the community. Our game is on the line here. Like, our company's on the line here. Because if we have another dud, I think that's perfectly what's at stake here, and I don't think it's wrong to say that. That, like, what's at stake here is that if Modern Warfare 4 sucks ass and does not redefine the franchise, COD is dead. And the big thing is that they need to move on from Warzone. If they do not move on from Warzone or basically revamp it entirely, because Warzone is no doubt dying. Black Ops Royale didn't save it, so you gotta get rid of Black Ops Royale. And I think Infinity War would be the ones to do so. So you kill Black Ops Royale, you kill Warzone, and you create that new fourth mode. And it sounds like they're gonna do that basically. It sounds like DMZ 2.0 is rumored to be coming. And with that, they're gonna probably learn their lessons from DMZ 1 and make a better like DMZ. So if you have like a new mode, like the extraction shooter, because that seems like that's the growing like new genre. Everybody shut up. We gotta watch this. We gotta watch this. Peek. Anybody happen? Helen. Of course I get to end this video on probably my least favorite remastered map. I hate Express so much. My last thing with like the big fourth mode, like what it needs to do is I just don't see extraction shooters doing what Battle Royales did. BRs were easy to get into, and it was for one main reason. They were simple. Like the main premise was go in, pick some guns up off the ground, and go fight people. Extraction shooters seems like they're a little bit more difficult to get into. They have an in-game, out-of-game economy. And I just don't see like the mainstream audience that Call of Duty primarily tries to win over being able to, you know, move to an extraction shooter. But I definitely have been proven wrong on that fact because of Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders was massive and is massive. But if Call of Duty can make it simple and make it like engaging to play, have an in-game and out-of-game economy, make the games feel, I don't know, if they can make the extraction shooter feel worth getting into, Call of Duty has a new big mode on its hands, which would be sick. Yeah, of course I think that they should, you know, try to keep Warzone for the people that have it, but it's like, Warzone is proving right now that it is a dying game mode. I mean, Resurgence is still doing well from what I'm hearing. I mean, you gotta hang up like the big map at one point. Like, cause I played big map for a video, and I ended up just switching to Black Ops Royale. Because, you know, beaming to a guy across the map on a map that's got poor visibility and they're using meta loadout weapons when I don't know what the meta is just kind of boring to me. You know, I know that when I play Black Ops Royale, I have certain attachments that I can go get and go obtain. And I know what guns feel good to me, and I know what guns to use. So there's a little bit more of an enjoyment there. And so I just hope that COD learns its lessons for when they make an extraction shooter. Or if they try to revamp Warzone, that they like move on from loadouts a little bit. Maybe don't put such an emphasis on loadouts. Maybe make like one weapon is a max loadout weapons you can carry or something. I understand, you know, getting that meta loadout feels good and going and beaming people is good, but it's like we have been doing that for 6 years now. I think we could do something else and not feel bad. But clearly Twitter didn't agree with that statement, because Verdansk was gone for a week and we were begging for it, and Twitter was begging for it back. So I don't see them getting rid of Warzone, but I definitely see Warzone going to the wayside, and they put all their focus into like the extraction shooter. And I guess my very, very last thing is if we can get like a different rollout for seasonal stuff. I'm kind of sick of getting the season every 2 to 3 months. We've been doing this season format since Modern Warfare 2019. We've done it for 6 or 7 years. I think it's just time for something different. I've been seeing people talk about how they would love like a, you know, every week's a new thing type of thing. You know, like if every week we were getting a new weapon, a new map, there's an incentive to play COD every week. And on top of that, they do the aftermarket parts, because yeah, the aftermarket parts is a new nice system to have. But we've had it for 2 CODs, 3 technically with BO6. It's just kind of, I know what I'm getting, like I'm getting a new attachment for a gun that might make it better, but it might make it worse. But if I can get a whole new weapon, I have a whole week now I have a week to go level up said weapon. And for some people, a week is maybe 5-6 hours of gameplay. I mean, yeah, for some people, there's a new map every week, or like a new gun, a new mode. It puts emphasis on like wanting to try the new thing, because when you get a bunch of new stuff at the start of every season, like, I don't know, I get overwhelmed, so I never end up touching some of the new stuff till later in. But also, it's like, I know what I'm getting every season, especially with now the way they're going with, like, season stuff, especially with BO7 and MW3. Like, I know I'm getting 5 to 6 weapons. I'm getting 3 to 4 aftermarket parts. Mid-season will add maybe 1 or 2 new weapons, and then more aftermarket parts. We're going to get 5 maps. Zombies is going to get a new map at the mid-season. Warzone's going to get some changes, maybe the addition of some things. Like, I know what I'm expecting, and that's, I don't know, that's frustrating to me. So, like, we go with that weekly rollout, and then you could do, like, a month. At, like, the month, you can add, like, a few new maps, or you can add, like, a bunch of new stuff. You know, it's a new, you know, it's 2 new maps, or 3 new maps instead of 1. It's 3 new weapons instead of 1, and then that's how you can do your zombies. Your zombies is at, like, the big month, like, the start of the month, new zombies map. We're teasing it for a month. Then here it comes at the start of the month, and then Warzone gets their new updates at the month. But you get, like, multiplayer gets those little updates, like the new maps, the new weapons. Because I think that's how you can keep the game going, because people drop off, you know, right before the mid-season update comes, or right before the new season comes. So if you can have something new every single week, there's a less of a chance that people are gonna, you know, dip out. Because I feel like if I had a new weapon, I would spend that week trying to level it up, get the camos on it, do all that jazz for it. I'm just asking for, like, more of an incentive to play week to week, I think. And I think that's really it for MW4. If it can stick to an identity, hold its identity, better map design, cater to less campers, have a movement mix between MW19 and MW3, and if it can change up the update rollout, make me more excited to play Call of Duty week to week. And it's got good content, it's got a good story, it's got a good post-launch support for the story. Like, I think we would be in for a good year. If they're trying to reset, basically, and they're resetting by not calling Modern Warfare 4 Modern Warfare 4, they're calling it, like, whatever they call it. They're not, I don't think they're going to call it MW4. Limit your support on Warzone. You start phasing Warzone out, you add that new 4th mode, like the DMZ. You don't even call it DMZ 2.0, you call it DMZ. It's your new big mode that you can carry multiple year-long support. And you don't make it try to change every year to bend to that new Call of Duty. If it's successful being a grounded military extraction shooter, you keep it that way. You don't change it up to when maybe if Sledgehammer were to do Advanced Warfare 2, you don't try to change it to Advanced Warfare 2. You can maybe add the guns to it, or maybe add, like, an item that would make, like, the jetpacks and stuff there, but, like, you don't, because then you would stray far away from what people wanted out of Warzone. There's a middle ground there where to operate on it, and that's where I would operate. I feel like we're in for a good year. If Call of Duty can make a comeback, Infinity Ward can listen to when there's bad stuff implemented, we could truly be back for Call of Duty and not be in this slump where we're like, ooh, Call of Duty might be a goner this year. Whatever, we got the win, 61-21. I will take that. We're going to perfectly close out the video. I don't want to keep talking in circles, so... But anyways, I think that's going to do it for today's video. I really hope Modern Warfare 4 can bring back Call of Duty in a positive light. We can earn that community sentiment with Black Ops 7. We can ramp up into MW4. Modern Warfare 4 sets the tone. It sets an identity. Has a great post-launch story. It's got a new big mode that people love. It's got a really solid multiplayer that's not over-bloated with classic remastered maps. It's got guns that are rememberable. It's got good gunplay. A little bit slower movement for Omni movement because people don't really like it. I think we'd be in for a good year. And I really hope that we all end up enjoying Modern Warfare 4. And I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like. If you enjoyed me and my personality at all, please hit that subscribe button. It would go a long way. And as always, I hope you guys remember that you matter. If nobody told you this today, I love you. You're doing amazing. And I hope to catch you in the next one.